The International Labour Organization has commended Ethiopia for its leadership in driving sustainable and inclusive employment policies across Africa. In a joint statement, Mito Tsukamoto, chief of the ILO's Department of Employment, Development and Investment, underscored the vital role of employment-intensive investment programs and reaffirmed their commitment to enhancing skills through technology and fostering strong partnerships for effective implementation. Speaking to ANA, Tsukamoto acknowledged the continent's immense but often underutilized potential. She noted Africa's large youth population, the dominance of the informal sector, and limited access to education and training as major challenges, particularly for women and marginalized groups, including persons with disabilities.
Africa faces challenges like the issues of informality and also high youth population. Obviously, by bringing in the different vulnerable populations, not youth, of course, but women, youth, and disabled persons, but also all the other vulnerable people, and being able to provide them a job which gives them dignity and also income that would also create these local multipliers in their communities is extremely important. And I think that very much fits in this framework of the 20th Regional Labor-Based Conference, where we're talking about resilient communities. How can we build resilient communities? In Africa, even though you face challenges, there's many opportunities to be able to find opportunities for decent work.
Despite these challenges, Tsukamoto expressed optimism that the conference would contribute meaningfully to expanding decent work opportunities across the continent. She applauded Ethiopia's outstanding organization of the conference, which she said provided a critical platform for policymakers to shape inclusive employment strategies. She also reaffirmed the ILO's ongoing support in fostering sustainable job creation throughout Africa.
We are looking at employment-intensive investment programs. I mean, the solutions is looking at the existing public and private investments in different countries or in the region. A lot of these investments right now are being invested in capital-intensive approaches, oftentimes with foreign direct exchange issues. And actually, if you focus on a local resource-based approach like the one which is the employment-intensive investment approach, it really allows you to capitalize on local workers, on local resources, local materials, so that you're actually creating this local multiplier, not only in the community, but then those, the multipliers are being created in the economy. So then the growth becomes one that's not just jobless growth, but really an inclusive growth approach, which would be very beneficial, I think, to Africa.
Tsukamoto emphasized the urgent need for African countries to prioritize job-based investment and collaborate effectively to harness their human and material resources. She pointed to the ILO's 55-year track record of implementing such programs, encouraging nations to adopt and scale up proven models.
Employment-intensive investment program and its approaches really does this at the country level. We really work with local communities and to demonstrate how these programs can bring inclusive wealth, but also assets that are very much needed in local communities. The EIP program has been around for 55 years. It was founded in the 1970s. So it's a program that has been well tested and well piloted. And it's a program where we are doing these kinds of South-South events. And we very much appreciate the Ethiopian government for hosting us at this 20th event. And it's extremely important because it brings all the 25 plus ministers who are here also to look at how best they can guide us in terms of making policy decisions that will help the African continent.
She further called for greater synergy between public and private investments and advocated for leveraging domestic resources, human capital, and financial assets to generate sustainable employment.